Our rabbi name is Rabbi Kirshinbaum. He is from New York, and let's hear what he has to say. Let's recite salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
Yeah, so we can put this in front of him.
I press this?
Yes.
Hi, Cousins. Assalamu alaikum.
Press it.
Working on?
Yeah, it's working.
So we are gathered here today on the International Quds Day to speak up in solidarity with the oppressed people of Quds, Jerusalem, and of the entire Palestine. It's nice to see you here today, but I can't really say I'm happy to be here. I was hoping...
Little louder.
It's nice to see you all here today, but I can't really say I'm happy to be here. I was hoping this year we would be celebrating a free Palestine already, with a free Al-Quds. The last couple of years, I've been starting my speech with a story. There was once a rabbi who gave a speech on the Day of Atonement, one of the holiest days in the Jewish year, and after the speech, one of his congregants came over and said, "Rabbi, you gave the exact same speech last year." And he said, "When you start committing different sins, I'll give a different speech. If you commit the same sins, I have to give the same speech." I sort of find myself in the same position. The Zionists are still committing the exact same sins. All we have to say is the same condemnation, the same message. I hope it won't be too boring. I was talking with my sister a while back about a guy I dislike. And she asked me, "What's your problem?" Instead of giving her a long list, which I had, I told her very short, my problem is simple, that he's breathing. Let him stop for 5 minutes and I won't have any problems. Our problem with the Zionist entity calling itself the State of Israel is the same thing, that it exists. Let it just stop existing and all the problems will be solved. That's the sums up Nitulika's position in a nutshell. It says in the Bible, in Isaiah, "Everyone who is called by my name and who I have created for my glory, who I have formed and made. This world was created for the greater glory of God." And Jews believe one of their main missions is to proclaim that there's a God on this world. Zionism denies the Jewish nation's connections to God and claims Jewishness is a matter of a shared land and culture, reducing Judaism from a religion to outdated 19th century nationalism. Zionism and the state it has spawned is not only a rebellion against God, but is a desecration of God's name. It runs counter to the world's very purpose and has no place on God's world. From the first day till today, our message, our protest has been the same. Zionists do not represent Jews. They don't speak in God's name. They don't speak in Judaism's name. They don't speak in the Jewish people's name. Even today, every time we protest an injustice or atrocity perpetrated by the Zionists, along with condemning their specific evil act, we are protesting the desecrations of God's name, inherent in the fact that they claim to do it in the name of the Jewish people. Judaism is a religion. For godless heretics to claim to represent Jews and Judaism is like communists claiming to represent Catholicism, or I don't know, Crusaders claiming to represent Islam. So much for theology. Now let's talk a little common sense. It seems clear that when the Zionists go around perpetrating atrocities in the name of the Jewish people, Jews have not only a moral but a practical obligation to disassociate themselves from them. The Zionists have gotten into a fight with the entire Arab world over a piece of land in the Middle East and claim to have done it in the name of the Jewish people. It seems slightly ridiculous to have to repeat the obvious, but in this age of propaganda, it's necessary to repeat the obvious loudly and often. Jews, certainly religious Jews, have no interest in fighting with people they have nothing against, for people they do have a lot against. For Judaism is a religion of peace and we don't want to fight, period. A. B. The Torah is against robbery and murder, and that is certainly not a cause worth fighting for. And C. We don't want a Zionist state. We don't want to fight for it. We wouldn't take it if you gave it to us for free. We wouldn't take it even if you paid it for it, even if you paid us. We don't want a Palestinian, we don't want a Zionist state in Palestine, we don't want a Zionist state in Uganda. We don't want a Zionist state to exist anywhere on this planet. Over the years, Jews have lived better in Muslim countries than Christian countries. In fact, at most protests that I go to, I usually get at least one or two older people that come over and tell me how they remember their Jewish friends and neighbors, whether it was in Syria, Yemen, Morocco, or Al-Quds. If you ask older people that you know, they'll probably have more stories. And it's an important message to get out, that Jews and Muslims can and have lived in peace. The problem is Zionism, not Jews or Muslims. Thank God for social media. I'm willing to bet this protest won't get any coverage in the mainstream press. I've been by protests of 20,000 people that got zero coverage in the mainstream press. So if any of you are asking, what can I do? The first and easiest step is take a picture, say a few words, and put it up somewhere online. Facebook, Instagram, wherever. Thank you for listening. We hope and pray for the speedy dismantlement of the Zionist state with no more innocent bloodshed.
Thank you. Allah.